Hey there folks, Keaton here and welcome to this week's look at the latest Nuclear Throne update. This is update number 9. This week's video is again going to be a little short because the update is quite short in itself, but as usual there's still notable things to cover, so let's just get right into it. Now before we get into update number 9, let's quickly take a look back at update number 8. Now update number 8 was much more about the sounds of Nuclear Throne than the visual aspects. There was a huge focus on the sound design, new enemy sounds, new weapon sounds, and an overall rejuvenation to the feel of the game just through the sounds alone. Also added was the nuke launcher and some changes to the blood launcher, which according to Twitter, it seems like those changes have yet to be noted. I don't know. If that's the case, you guys have to get on that, man. Also in update 8, there were a lot of balances to the melee weapons, and if you would like the specifics of those changes, you can either watch our previous video, or you can check out the update log itself for update number 8. But enough of last week, let's see what's new this week. Now this week again, it's a small update, but it still features a lot of cool stuff. The main focus for this week seems to be new corpse sprites. Now you may not have noticed, but the original death sprites for mutants and enemies were more of a 2D perspective, and it looks like what they've changed is the general perspective on everything. So instead of sort of plopping down as they would before, it seems much more of a fall down effect. Like they always fell down, so to say, but they would fall down flat and not at an angle that matched the environment. So I believe that's sort of the subtle change to the death sprites. Anyone who has noticed anything substantially different in the death sprites, please let me know, especially in the later levels like the Frozen City and whatnot. I would be interested to know just how far they've already gone with this. Also added were new sounds, and this is a very important change for me personally at least. Now when you switch weapons, you get unique sound effects, and I could be wrong, but I think currently the sound effects are sort of tied to like types of weapons. So automatic weapons make a certain sound, explosive weapons make a certain sound, etc. You can definitely tell while playing the game when you're switching, which is very nice for people like me who will accidentally blow themselves up with a grenade because they thought they switched back to their previous weapon. So I'm really happy to see that added finally. It's taking advantage of other sensory options during chaotic firefights. So yeah, I'm completely fine with that. They've noted changes to the frog enemies. I couldn't necessarily see any differences, but again, if someone noticed some substantial difference, please let me know. And that's pretty much it for new content, but let's take a quick look at what's changed and what's been fixed. Lucky Shot now gives you more ammo more often. For those of you who don't know, Lucky Shot is the mutation that will give you ammo for kills. And I would say this is a nice change because it gives you more incentive to actually use the mutation. Because if you're like me, if you're in the sewers and you're taking on the infinite amount of poisonous rats that are coming out of the huge ones, you end up running out of ammo. But if Lucky Shot is actually giving you more bang for your buck, if you will, then that gives you better incentive to actually choose it rather than try to rely on a melee weapon to get you through the level, you know? So that's a definite welcome. I hope it actually works better to aid the player. Crowns seem to have been updated a bit. Unfortunately, I don't have much experience with crowns, so I can't really go into detail exactly what that means. So I guess if you loop twice and you choose a new crown, it will undo the previous crown's effects. But again, if you're one of the elite who do multiple loops, maybe you can fill us in. Let us know exactly what that means, because I'm interested. There was a fix to Chicken's sword. Apparently if you're too close to the mouse, Chicken would swing in the wrong direction. That might explain a few weird things that I've had in my playthroughs, but nonetheless, it's nice to see that those little oddball fixes are getting fixed. There were a lot of fixes to the gamepad support in this game. Crown Vaults now work with gamepads. Chicken slow motion apparently now works with gamepad. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently that was a thing. Like, I think one of the more notable things is that gamepads now auto-aim to target props, which are like, I guess, the skulls and like the exploding barrels, which I guess is nice. But again, I haven't played with the gamepad much because it's just not my thing right now. But yeah, if you're a gamepad user, you're getting some added support, so good on you, Vlambeer. And that about wraps it up this week. Again, yeah, it's a really short update, but again, as noted, it is December, and there's actually one more update left this month before the guys take a break until January. And they promise to try and make it worthwhile, but again, Vlambeer, don't stress yourselves too much. Before we wrap it up, I would just want to congratulate Vlambeer because apparently they had like 75,000 people watching them do an interview. That is insane. Unfortunately, these live streams happen on like 2 AM my time, so I never get to watch them. But yeah, I was watching a little bit of it earlier, and it was a pretty interesting interview. It was pretty candid. So yeah, if you have some time, head over to their Twitch TV archives and check out the interview. I don't know if it's actually been posted yet, so yeah, you can get the raw deal there. Ooh. And speaking of streams, if you're interested, every Tuesday will still be Nuclear Throne development. But Thursdays, you'll be able to get illustration and art Q&As with Justin Chan, who is one of the artists of Nuclear Throne, who does amazing work. Seriously, you should follow that dude on Twitter. He's like always posting art, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, again, there's one more update this month, and then they're going silent until January. But they promise in January they're gonna kick it up a notch and try to get the game done, or to a finished state, I believe. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes next year. But for now, enjoy what Nuclear Throne has to offer you. It's a good way to spend your winter break, if you so happen to be on one. If you haven't picked up the game yet, you can still pick it up on Steam Early Access. Check the link in the description below. And if you want to catch them streaming, we got the link in the description below as well. If you would like to read the update number 9 log itself, check the links in the description below. Take you straight to where you need to be. And yeah, once again, thank you to the people supporting these update videos, especially Vlambeer. We've really appreciated it. And thank you to everyone who comments and likes and shares the videos yourselves, and especially watching. You guys are awesome, and I hope you guys are enjoying Nuclear Throne. I hope you guys are enjoying these update videos and other content that we have. We got your back, even when the updates aren't flowing. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!